Check.
Showzart.
This is Adam, this is Lewis,
All right, Adam, Lewis.
and these are the people at home.
Hey, people at home, how you doing out there? Hey, welcome to Art at the Rendon. My name is Showzart. It's a pleasure being here.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Lewis.
Oh, I'm Nolan. That's Lewis.
This is who's show me. Show me who's who.
We're
Lewis.
He's the guy with the name on the screen. I'm Nolan.
Well, I need to be speaking to Nolan.
He'll be here in just a moment. It's been great seeing you at the show, seeing everything that your room's become, like your work. That drew me in more than anything. I think is like every time just that red color, it just shines.
Yeah, man. Red is strong, man. That's one thing that brings us all together, right? We have a nice bloodline, you know.
Yeah.
That, we all share. I don't think a lot of people realize. So that's why I use the color red.
People are all the same. It's
all the same, man. You know, I realized that once I left America.
Where did you go?
I went to China and Italy.
China. What did you? What are some of the things you took away from those trips? Did they play into your art styles?
Oh well, no. I actually went as a ball player. Been an artist my whole life, but more than anything, with growing up, you know, competitive. So played sports. You know, I was a basketball player, athlete. Ended up becoming a professional athlete, and then from there, went overseas. And once I went overseas, I came back to America. And once I came to America, I was black again. I wasn't black overseas, so that kind of it shifted me. It shifted my perspective towards my goals.
Yeah.
You know, I was really goal driven and believed as long as I did what I wanted, well, not what I wanted, but as long as I did what they constructed and what they told me I was needing to, cut my hair, went to college, married, got, you know, all that type of thing would happen, and I'd have a picket fence and a happy life type deal. And when I came back from overseas, I was black again, and it shocked me to understand that regardless of how much I did to elevate myself to be able to understand different cultures and become what I felt I was designed to be, which is an American with proud dreams in that fashion. It started me. It started me the same way it did Malcolm X, to where he was studying being in the Nation of Islam, and then once he left and went to Egypt, he came back Muslim.
Yeah.
You know, because the nation had a lot. You know, at that time, it was teaching a separation and a hatred.
A lot of shitheads. A lot of people being shitheads. And
Yeah. So
you
that's
don't need to talk to people or treat people that way.
So that kind of changed me, and that's how I ended up on Skid Row.
Yeah.
You know, came to Skid Row basically giving up on trying to fit in.
Yeah. And how long have you been on Skid Row?
Well, I've been in Skid Row, I would say, almost 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, we say in Skid Row because listen,
In Skid Row.
Wherever you live at, you're in your house or you're in that city. Like no one says I'm on Denver. You're in Denver, right?
Yeah.
I'm in Denver, Colorado, right? Because you're in that city. Well, Skid Row's a city and a community, so you're not on Skid Row because it's not a street. I mean, like you can be on Compton Street or Los Angeles Street, but you can't be on Skid Row Street. So you can't be on Skid Row. You can be in Skid Row. So yeah, that's, you know, train of thought, reteaching myself. That's how I'm getting here on this art. I'm actually reteaching myself. I'm not trying to have my manly ways. I'm trying to have my godly ways, and I only can come to God by being a retaught child.
How did you come to Man One and?
Man One. You gotta excuse me, man. I'm very excited about Man One. Being on Skid Row, I grew up as a graffiti artist until I hit 8th grade. Once 8th grade hit, my crew turned to a gang.
Okay.
And I've never been with separation and things of that fashion, so I couldn't gang bang because that means I can't like someone. So I jumped out of my crew and went into just picking up brushes and being an artist instead of just graffiti. And coming on Skid Row to bump into another graffiti artist he came up with a crew called Crew West.
Okay.
Crew West Gallery. And they had a gallery on Skid Row. Oh, here I go again, trying to reteach myself. In Skid Row, they had a gallery in Skid Row that gave Retina his first show. Also gave Risks Forever his first show. So it was like a hub for because at the time when we started doing graffiti, it was graffiti. There was no such thing as what Shepard Fairey and a lot of other people have now that is classified as street art. You know, there's a big difference classification of street art and graffiti. I do them both, but at the time it wasn't really cool for a person to. Well, it was cool for us all the time, but society didn't look at it real cool to have bombers and striking up going. But now it's so huge, I'm wanting to get back into it because I can't go to jail for it now. My room is it's a double gallery. Okay, the room was given to Man One, right? And Man One is a great graffiti artist out of Boyle Heights. He decided that since he had his own chance to display his art, why would he place his art inside a place or house it for 6 days when in the same area there's homeless people that need to be housed?
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was strong, right? And like I told you, I've been trying to meet him for like 10 years.
Legend. It's a legend.
Legend. Yeah. All right, so I meet Man One. He gives big time General Jeff. Thank you, General Jeff, the mayor of Skid Row. He gives General Jeff a call and says, "Hey, I'm looking for a homeless artist." And at the time, I'm what America or people consider homeless. I'm not homeless. I have a place I can go. I mean, if I wanted to right now, Nolan will let me come stay at his house. So I could go stay anywhere, but I choose to not constrict myself in the manly ways, considering thinking I need a bigger box than someone else's box. A house is just a box. So your house, I mean, your box is bigger than my box, cool. When you pass, your big box will still be there, but what did you do for the world? So go ahead and worry about your big box. I'm gonna worry about this box that I'm in, and I'm gonna help the world while you help your big box. So back to what I was saying.
That was fantastic. Yeah, that's right. It's construction.
So I do live art in corners and in communities where it's kind of hard to get walls.
Okay.
Or get grants to do things. So I'll paint live in the area where most people don't do it. On the corner in South Central LA, on the corner, Skid Row. And with that, it changes the environment. You know, as if I did a big, huge mural.
Where are some pieces that I would see that you've done that?
Oh, I have a mural next to LA Cafe.
Next to LA Cafe. Okay, that's not
right
far
on
from
Spring
here at all.
Street. It has those big Chuck Taylors on it. Nice piece. I did that with my partner, Skid Robot. Shouts out to Skid Robot. Man One finds me through General Jeff. He says, I wish not to house my work for 6 days. I wish to house an artist for 6 days. He asks, hey, do you have water? Cindy says, yes, I have water. He says, do you have electricity? Cindy says, yes, of course I have electricity. How are you going to show your stuff? I'm not joking. Yeah, so once that happens, he says, okay, I'm willing to do it. And he comes and finds me, and he likes my art. We talk. Me and Man One have known each other now a week and maybe a day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow.
So he brings me to art at the Rendon, and he says, hey, look, what I want to do is I want to give you this room to do what you wish to do. But it's 6 days. I don't even know. I'm like, okay, 6 days. Okay, you brung me because of the quote-unquote homelessness. So I say to myself, I need to figure out how to make this spin for my life, for what my life really is, because I'm not a homeless person. Someone homeless is probably when they allow America to tell them that they're lost and have nowhere to go. That's not me. So same way I'm not black. I don't categorize myself. So
you're a person living in a community. That's right.
That's why I love Nolan. Nolan understands fast. I get the room and he says, hey, I want you to do what you want with the room. So with him coming to the street to grab me and with the quote-unquote homeless, I wish to portray where I come from and the reason why I'm there, all in the room. So the room is half, as you see the crack, one half is the street, right?
This side?
Yeah, that's the street side, right? That's the street gallery, right? And we have new pictures up now because I just finished a new piece. So we have the street gallery up. Once the street gallery is up, on the cracked half, you walk into the contemporary gallery side. I'm
gonna see if I can pull some more of it up.
There it is. No, I just move over like that. See, now we see it, and then I'll come back in so you can see me. Hey.
Got a little bit more of it.
Oh.
There we go.
See how great that is.
Let's try to get more of the room.
So yeah, he switches it over. So now you can see that it's cut in half, or not actually in half. Yeah, it's a third. It's a third of the room that's the street, and the other half is
Can we get the reverse, Lois? Is that possible? We'll see if we can get it. Because I really want them to see those pieces. They're what drew me into your room immediately.
Oh, the red pieces,
Just
yeah.
the red light reflecting off your open
Those
window.
are the Hayek pieces. See my shirt? Hayek.
What is that?
Hayek is an acronym for hating is a crime. Yeah, hating is a crime. So with the police wanting me to not be in Skid Row trying to help bridge gaps and hopefully change the community by being a great light, they told me they were going to actually, hey, that way, beautiful. They told me they were actually going to get rid of me. And it never dawned on me that these pieces that you see, these people here had, at one time, had also been threatened.
That's right.
Yeah, and took out of the way so they couldn't be the great leaders that they became to my culture. So it didn't dawn on me until I caught the case that they can get rid of me the same way they got rid of everyone else. So the crazy part about it is my judge, Judge Wapner's son, who is my judge, he came to the art show yesterday. Shouts out to F. Wapner, Judge F. Wapner. He works at LA Court. He actually came to my show yesterday, and last time I seen him, I was facing 10 years.
Yeah.
And I beat the case, and he showed that he was a great man, a good character by coming to my show.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic because I ran into him Friday. Now, you know, Friday was one invite. There was no way I was going to give the judge my only invite, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't going to happen. I mean, I can care who he is. That was happening. So I gave it to my wife.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. I have to live with her. Happy wife, happy life, right? All right, so I give it to my wife, and the next day he does come on Saturday, and he actually came to my show and brought his wife.
Oh, cool.
And that was big because I saw him again on Friday, and when I saw him Friday, I was like, hey, Judge, I'm not sure if you remember me, but I was facing 7 years, and 4 years ago, and now you're here. Would you come to my art show? I'm the guy that painted the Skid Row mural with General Jeff, and he came.
People should pay attention when someone makes things worth looking at or worth caring about. And these are, your art is amazing. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Thank you so much, man. I need to lean this way just so I can keep seeing it.
This will be available in virtual reality for people to see.
Oh,
They'll be able to, hold up their phone to their face with those VR goggles and look around your room, or actually use a virtual reality headset to see it. Because we want people to, see what everybody did here this week. I mean, I know how have you liked the event? Has it been cool?
Give me a hug, man. No, seriously, I genuinely I appreciate that. I mean, because my mom asked. She said, I really wish I could have been at that show.
Yeah. Well, now she'll be able to, as closely as the virtual reality as we can, have her experience
Hey, Mommy,
it.
you'll be able to be at the show, Mommy, without even being at the show. That's messing with the show.
That's great that she could follow it. We saw her on our Instagram, and so you want to give a shout out, like a proper shout out to.
Shouts out to Sharita J. She's my shero. She's the reason why I do what I do. God gives me the power to make my mother happy and hopefully make the rest of my brothers and everyone else happy. I'm just here to let go and let God, man. I realized once Man One gave me the room, and before that, the only thing I've ever had throughout my not struggle but my strive, because it's not a struggle for me, it's a strive. Through my strive, the only thing I've always had that was consistent was art. And if I take art out of my life, then I can't even be on earth. I can't even be on earth without art. So why would I take it out of my life? And the problem I think we're having in the world is everyone is an artist. Luke is an artist. People that, if you curate, you're an artist. If you create anything, everyone is supposed to create. And the problem that we do is we lock ourselves into this constructive box that the world or the system has built to say that you are supposed to wake up every day and go work for someone instead of waking up every day like it's your business. Like when you walk into a business, the first thing a person says to you is, how you doing today? How can I help you? Why don't they do that?
Yeah, they're not really.
When they just meet you. Like when I meet you right now, the first thing I'm going to say to you is, hey, hold on. Come here right now. This is my family right here. This is why we're here. Come in here.
Hey, everybody. Come on in.
This is my family right here. It's the perfect time. This is my wife. I just talked about it. My son needs to come here. There he is. He's a big boy. He's going to go get my daughter. And he should.
Let's frame up.
That's her uncle in there. See, we're in the room right now. You said we're in the room? Oh, my goodness. That is beautiful.
Your pieces are amazing.
Thank you so much. This is my family.
Hey, what's up, everybody? When's your
You guys are gonna make me cry right now.
Oh, good. Well,
This is my family.
let's get you a good snapshot. You want to do all of you do like a live from the Rendon together?
Oh yeah,
All right,
we
let me
can get that. We
frame
can
up
get
on
that.
you.
So, like I was saying, the main thing is, I think everyone locks themselves into a certain thing of not being creative. I tell my kids that the main thing they can do is create what they wish and be what they wish. My mom always told me I was going to be an artist, so I never thought I was going to work for anyone. I just thought I was going to create. So I don't work. I don't know what work is. I live. And with me living, I help people and I get it done. And people like to categorize it as work, but I always do it and I have fun and don't take breaks because it's my life. So I think people need to concentrate on creating, and if we create, things will start to change. So shouts out, man. We are live from the Rendon. Showzart's family. Thank you guys.